it's not a crime-free place, right? No matter what physical brutality is done on me, this is a mental break. He's my favorite actor. No matter what he did, I had to go watch what he's doing. We just happened to be on the same flight. I think it'll be a superb sequel if it ever comes. People will really look at me that time and say, what is she wearing? I have put myself in a bikini no matter what shape I was in my body.
Hello everyone, I am Gayatri Nirmal and today at Pinkvilla we have an actress who paved way into people's hearts through her acting prowess and her captivating smile. Please welcome Nushrratt Bharuccha.
Hi, thanks
Hi,
for
Nushrratt.
having me.
So Akelli. Akelli ladki is a word that is associated with immense fear in our society, especially when it comes to security. Every Indian family, अगर आप थोड़ा भी late हो जाते हो बाहर, तो वो sense of fear होता है. So, has it ever been your family has panicked and they've called you? Has that ever happened?
Yeah. My mom and dad has everybody's numbers. They need to know where I'm going. Hence, they have everybody's numbers. If I tell them I'm going with this group, if I don't pick up, they will call everybody.
Okay.
There was a instance I remember. I went to watch a movie, and उस theater में network थोड़ा कम था या नहीं आ रहा था or something, and मेरा phone seat के नीचे गिर गया था.
Okay.
So and I didn't even know वो नीचे गिरा, and theater में of course मैं silent करके रखूँगी. So in case they called also, it was ringing down. I didn't know, and we were a bunch of 12-13 people. My dad and mom have called everybody. So when I finished the film and we got out, everybody took out their phones and said, "Arey, missed call from Nushrratt's mom, Nushrratt's mom, Nushrratt's mom." So I'm suddenly standing, I'm looking at my phone, I'm like, "Mom missed called me 7 times," and all those 12 people are like, "Listen, we have a missed call from your mom, your mom, your mom, your." मैंने कहा, "What?" I thought something happened, like some emergencies happened. I called them and they were just freaked out because I wasn't answering calls. And picture थोड़ी लंबी चली and I didn't tell them मैं कितने बजे के शो के लिए जा रही हूँ. So they felt 2 बजे तक, 2:30 बजे तक तुम फोन नहीं उठा रही हो तो कैसे हो सकता है? It's a very real fear. It's not a fear that's come now. It's been there.
It's always been there.
And it's nothing to do with, I think, I mean, if you ask me, I feel the safest here. In Bombay, in where I live, in India, in fact, I feel that we've got enough support from family, friends. I feel very safe. So मेरे लिए रात को 2:30 बजे मैं नहीं सोचती हूँ कि लेट हो गया, रिक्शा लो, घर जाओ, नॉर्मल है. But because I'm the only daughter and I'm a girl, and parents see it from a very different, and then of course you hear of stories of things that have happened. It's not a crime-free place, right? Of course things happen, and when you hear of those stories and instances, any parent's mind is going to start going to like those dark spaces where they feel if she's not picking up calls and if she's not come home, kuch to hua hoga, and then straight SOS call everybody she's gone with. It happens.
Okay. Now in this film also you play a girl who is deserted in a different country. So how was the entire experience? Please take us through your journey.
Actually, it's 2 layers in this film. When the fact that she's left her own family, her own country where she's born and brought up, and gone to an alien place, an alien land where she doesn't know anyone. That in itself is a very big step. Like we see a lot of people जहाँ बच्चे पढ़ाई करके abroad जाते हैं, पर या abroad पढ़ाई करने के लिए जाते हैं, jobs के लिए जाते हैं. They feel like, you know, they feel that disconnect. They feel alone. They feel like यहाँ मेरा कोई नहीं है, या हम किसी को नहीं जानते. There's always that one thing that is there. उसके ऊपर she's stuck in a place where an attack has happened, where ISIS has come and has not only taken over the whole city of Mosul, the people living there also have been completely shattered. They've been taken out of their houses, they've been captivated, or they've been killed. So the city has been destroyed, and suddenly she's in the middle of a destroyed land which is not even her own. So she doesn't know what to do, where to go, how to survive it. And I feel like a terror attack, honestly, there is no, you can't think कि आप क्या करोगे बचने के लिए. Nobody teaches you. Because there's no format, there's no, it's so unpredictable, anything can happen. तो आप कैसे उसके लिए, आपको कैसे कोई प्रिपेयर करके भेज सकता है या कैसे कुछ कर सकते हो. So that story for me is 2 layers. it's the fact that she's left her own land where she felt safe and she had family, and suddenly is in a foreign land, and the most unheard of, unpredictable, and the most terrifying thing has happened, and she's stuck there. And forget trying to find a way back home. The reason we say survival is a battle is because she's just trying to survive that minute, that hour, that day, and then she'll think of agle din kya karu main. She doesn't know if she's going to be alive that at the end of that day.
Yeah.
So it's a far wider thought, and it's a global fear. Every country has it. That what will happen if we get attacked? How will we function? Our lives get ripped apart, and just the fact that she's stuck there is just, for me, it's very gut wrenching, and that's what I had to it made me get up from my seat and say that we have to do this. We have to put this out there.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to it, Nushrratt.
Thank you.
What is the first thing that crosses your mind, or is there something that triggers in you upon hearing the word deserted, isolation?
It makes you feel powerless, helpless. It makes you feel like, even in prison, there is solitary confinement. Do you know why they do that? Because it's a different kind of torture. It mentally breaks a person down.
Yeah.
We are, as human beings, we're not used to living alone or being alone for a larger amount of time without our choice. If we choose to be alone, that's a place of empowerment. That's a place of growth. That's a place of, I get happiness in my alone time. But if you're forced into solitary confinement, then it's a mental breakdown. Of course, they do it in prison to tame the worst criminals, because that you break that person down and then he just becomes obedient and follows everything you do, just so you don't throw him back into solitary confinement. So I think that for me as a person is a very scary thought, where no matter what physical brutality is done on me, this is a mental break. It will break my spirit, it will break my mind. I will not have the will or the thought or anything to fight back. I think it's to break your fighting back spirit.
Like in this movie, Nushrratt, your character is struggling to survive,
Yes.
like you mentioned. And within those entire situations, she is, in a way, realizing her own strengths.
Yes.
So in your personal life, has there ever been a situation where you've come across something and you've realized your own capabilities?
Not in this kind of a magnitude or in this kind of a situation. This is really something you can't, like, even as an actor, there's nothing from this that I can try and connect and relate to my life, because comparison, I've lived a very privileged, very happy, very safe life compared to the atrocities people go through, the torment they go through, the trauma they go through. It's if I give you an article to read, you might not be able to get through it. It's that horrifying. So I can't at all say that anything in my life can even remotely surmount to what the lives of these people that were completely destroyed in that time in 2014 when Iraq had gone through this attack. I don't know how to compare it. I don't know how to say that, really.
Okay. You made a special appearance in Tu Jhoothi Main Makkaar, which
Yes.
was a surprise.
Yes.
Like, everyone was really happy to see that. And your pairing with Ranbir Kapoor was amazing. So how was your experience working with him, the kind of feedback you received?
He's my favorite actor. I think from the moment I fell in love with films and from the moment he started coming in films, he was one such actor that I had to watch on screen. No matter what he did, I had to go watch what he's doing. So to do 6 days of shoot with him, 3 scenes with him, 4 scenes with him, for me was a dream come true. Creatively, when you want to be an actor, you're only looking at all of these examples of brilliant actors, performances, film scenes, And you always, every actor has a wish, काश मैं इसके साथ काम कर सकूं. तो मेरा हमेशा से that has always been Ranbir, and I got a chance to work with him. And that also in Love Sir's film, because it's our, it's family. So it couldn't have been a better film to do a cameo in or to do those scenes in. And I think the reason everybody was very happy to see me there is because we enjoyed doing that so much. It's like a homecoming. Like we just gotten back together and doing what we were always doing. So yeah, it was very nice.
Recently, we'd also seen you and Ranbir at the airport.
Yes.
And the video went really viral. The fans started rooting for it. So, is there something in collaboration?
No, that was luck by
for a
chance.
film?
We just happened to be on the same flight. He was going for Kunal Raval's show, and I was going for another function in Delhi. It was just, I just ran into him in the flight. That's as simple as it was.
Okay.
I hope the
Anything
fans
in the pipeline?
can manifest it, because I definitely am.
A film with Ranbir Kapoor.
Of course.
Okay. We cannot mention, it's not possible that we don't mention Sonu ke Titu ki Sweety while we speak to you.
Of course.
The film is widely cherished.
Yes.
Any plans of a sequel? Any discussion on that front?
I wouldn't know. I mean, if you've ever worked with Love Sir, if you've ever interacted with him, you will never know what's going on with that head of his. It's just not possible. So much so that when we were shooting Sonu ke Titu ki Sweety, I didn't know what I was shooting tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't know what scene I'm doing tomorrow, where the film is going to go, what we're going to do. None of us knew actually. That's just how he works. So I have no idea if there is any conversation or discussion or even thought of that. Whether I would love to be a part of it and whether I would hope that happens, yes, for audiences, of course. I think it'll be a superb sequel if it ever comes.
Your fashion choices are really appreciated, but we would want to know about the boldest fashion choice you've made to break free from gender stereotypes.
Gender stereotypes. I think the fact that you've come in a time and space where you like seeing yourself in whichever form of clothing. It doesn't, like a suit is not just a man's wardrobe. And I think I broke gender dressing when I was in college, because I had started wearing my dad's kurta pajamas to college. Right now we look at it as anti-fit or loose fit. Can you imagine I was a tiny little girl going to college and my dad's kurtas were oversized as I don't even know what. But I would wear them. I would roll up the sleeves, roll up the bottoms, and I would go dressed like that to college. And people would really look at me that time and say, what is she wearing? So I think I started that long back in my journey. But the best way to break it is to not see it as a gender thing. Just to see it as something you like wearing and you look good in. I think at the end of the day, if you don't look good in it, then don't wear it. But if you look good in it, then just go for it, bro. Is
correct.
What I would say.
Also, we see that women are often told to dress in a certain way. Don't wear this, don't wear that. Of course, we are definitely evolving, but there's a long way to go. Could you please share with us how fashion transformed you into a fierce advocate for body positivity?
I'll go back to the first time I wore a bikini on screen, because for me, that was the biggest thing I broke myself. So I've always believed that if it's something I can't do in real life, then I don't know how to replicate that on TV or on screen. Because for me, what you show in films is actually what you do in real life. For me, I need to get some sort of inspiration of some reality that is in my life and my world. When I was asked that in Pyaar Ka Punchnama 1, I had to wear a bikini because there was a whole scene and sequence. If you see, I'm the only person wearing a skirt. I'm not wearing a full bikini. Because I told my director, I said, I don't feel comfortable in it. I don't have that body positivity or mental makeup to do this, because I have not worn a bikini in my life. In my life, I have never worn it. So I don't know how to be comfortable with it. I don't know how to be within my skin and feel like this is normal. I don't know how to do that. So I didn't wear it in part 1. But from part 1 to part 2, I've actually worn bikinis, gone out to beaches, to holidays, to swimming. I have put myself in a bikini no matter what shape I was in my body. I have gone. I've gotten that consciousness and those eyes on me or whatever in my head I think is, I have broken that. And then in part 2, I rocked a bikini. I wore it from morning to night. I didn't even care. I was roaming around in a bikini the whole Krabi shoot. I was in a bikini. I said, now I'm very comfortable. Now I don't care. So I did that for me. I think for me, I would say that was a big thing.
Yeah.
It was a big thing.
Okay. Lastly, we would want to know what's next for Nushrratt.
There's Chori too. I don't know when, but some point down the line. And there's also another film which I've done with Shashank sir, who's one of the creative producers of this film as well. His name is right there, Shashank Shah. He's directed a film with me, another film that I think I've been very excited about. And if you interview me, then you'll, I think, agree with me where you'll say that, yeah, we were wanting a film like this to kind of be told and be made. We've done it, and it'll also come out soon, I guess.
Okay. Thank you so much, Nushrratt. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Hi, I'm Nushrratt Bharuccha, and you're watching me on Pinkvilla.